Hi, this is Gavin from FE News. I'm at the Society for Education and Training annual conference. The 2019 SET conference is focusing around promoting professionalism in the sector, particularly for practitioners. I'm going to be chatting to some of the main speakers from the main stage, some of the people in the breakout sessions, and some interesting people in the audience. So join me as we explore promoting professionalism in the sector. This is Gavin from FE News, and I'm here chatting with Mary Claire about hard to reach learners, the term which we're going to discuss.
Yeah, it's kind of a bit of a bugbear of mine, really. Hard to reach learners. It's not something that we find, to be honest with you. I think a lot of practitioners do find them quite disengaged and quite hard to reach. However, I think because of our offer and the work that we've been doing and the reputation that we've built up, we don't find them hard to reach. In fact, they're seeking us out. Self-referrals are flooding in constantly for our courses because people know that they lead to tangible, realistic opportunities where work ultimately. That's what people want, and that's what adult learners are proven to need in order to engage with education.
What do you see to be the future of offender learning?
Well, there's been a lot of focus on offender learning lately. The prison education framework contracts were recently awarded. I think it's still taking a little bit of time for those to embed. The future that I would like to see for offender learning, I think, is qualifications that really support that transition to employment. I think that the system thinks that that's happening. However, we are supporting learners through the gate, and we know that that's not happening. So again, they're coming out of prison education feeling quite disenfranchised, quite let down, and frustrated because they've invested in themselves as they were advised to do, and it hasn't led to the results that they were promised. So we're kind of supporting that, and we'll let them tap into our support through the gate. That's what we exist to do. But I would like to see prison education really speaking with industry, working out the qualifications that are actually going to get people into work as soon as possible, because we know that once people with convictions are in work, they're actually 50% less likely to reoffend.
And what would you say is some things which the sector needs to think about to encourage more practitioners, more delivery staff into working in the offender learning arena?
So there's a lot of research going on at the moment to fill gaps around people who are leading with convictions. So myself, obviously being an ex-prisoner from many years ago, and now being welcomed back into the system to engage people into education, training and employment, I think that needs to be expanded upon. There are some issues with that in terms of security, vetting clearances. It's quite punitive if you have lived experience of the system and you want to give back. I think that needs to be addressed. I think that the MOJ and HMPPS really need to examine that and work out how they can make it easier for people like myself, tutors with those convictions, to go back in and engage people in education. However, I do understand that security is a priority in prisons. That's, they're closed institutions, and they should be difficult to a point to get back into as well as getting out of. But yeah, I think we need to use people with lived experience to engage people, because once they see that you've done it, that in itself is inspirational and aspirational to people. They know that they can then do it as well.
I hope you enjoyed this podcast. Why not click subscribe so you can be informed when the latest next individual podcasts or podcast mini-series from FE News are going to be released.